What if I told you that the key to a totally new career, a new life even, wasn't some giant complicated plan? What if it was just one simple habit? Something you could do in the quiet hours before anyone else is even awake? Well, we're going to dive into the story of a guy who did exactly that.
This is the question, right? Will this be my life forever? It's a question that haunted a 32-year-old man named Thomas. He felt completely stuck, trapped in this cycle of working his tail off but just going nowhere. And let's be honest, it's a question a lot of us ask when we look at our own lives and just know, deep down, that something's got to change.
But let's flip that feeling of being stuck on its head. What if the solution was right there, in the time you usually just spend sleeping? What if you could actually build the foundation for a total career switch in those quiet hours before you even have your first cup of coffee? That's the powerful idea we're digging into today.
So, to really get how this works, you have to meet Thomas. He was a night security guard, working the long shift from 8 p.m. all the way to 6 a.m. And look, the guy wasn't lazy, not at all. He worked hard every single night. But all that hard work was just keeping him afloat. It wasn't moving him forward. He was caught in what you'd call survival mode.
This right here, this really paints the picture of his problem, doesn't it? Thomas felt like he was literally living life in reverse. While the rest of the world was waking up, starting their day, building their careers, he was just heading off to bed. He was completely and totally out of sync with the world of opportunity.
You know how it is. For things to really change, sometimes something has to break. And for Thomas, that breaking point came with a single phone call. It was his sister, telling him their mother had collapsed and was in the hospital. In that one moment, that feeling of just being trapped turned into this awful, painful feeling of being totally helpless. And there, at her hospital bed, his mother gave him the push he so desperately needed. This wasn't just some advice, it was a plea. Her words became the emotional fuel for everything that came next. It was a promise he knew he absolutely had to keep.
And this was the turning point. Standing outside in that pre-dawn quiet, something inside him just shifted. The sadness turned into a kind of anger, and that anger hardened into this cold, firm resolve. He wasn't going to just hope for a change anymore. He was going to force it to happen. So on the bus ride back to town, something happened. A chance encounter that changed everything. He met this guy, a successful local businessman named Mr. Chun, who, to Thomas's surprise, was wide awake and already productive at 6 in the morning. This meeting, well, it was the key that was about to unlock his entire future.
Mr. Chun let him in on the secret that had changed his own life, the magic hours. He explained that while pretty much everyone else is sleeping, those 2 hours are this incredible untapped resource for building the life you want, not just surviving the one you've got.
Okay, let's just stop and do the math for a second, because this is where it gets kind of mind-blowing. 2 dedicated hours every single morning. That adds up to 730 extra productive hours over a year. Just think about that. Think what you could learn or build or create with that much focused time.
And to put that 730 hours into perspective, that's the same as 91 8-hour workdays. That's almost 3 full months of work. By waking up at 5 a.m., you're essentially giving yourself a 3-month head start on everyone else every single year.
But here's the best part. Mr. Chun didn't just give Thomas some vague idea. No, he gave him a system, a clear, actionable blueprint. He called it foundation building time, and it was designed to be simple, super powerful, and completely non-negotiable.
The system itself is so simple. It's a 2-hour block. The first hour, 5 to 6 a.m., is all about building your career skills, learning something that can directly make you more money. Then the second hour is for you, exercise to build your body, and reading or planning to sharpen your mind.
And to make it all work, there were 3 super strict rules. Rule number 1, no excuses, no negotiation. 5 a.m. every single day, weekends included. Rule 2, you can't cheat sleep. Be in bed by 9 p.m. to fuel those mornings. And Rule 3, maybe the most important, the first week will feel like hell. Expect it and push through it. So armed with this plan, Thomas started a 90-day challenge. And this wasn't just about waking up early. This was a journey from the pain of his old life to the purpose of building a brand new one morning at a time.
Just look at the power of consistency here. Day 1 was pure pain, forcing himself to watch Excel tutorials when his body was just screaming for sleep. But by day 21, it had become a habit. By day 60, he had real, marketable skills. And then on day 87, just under 3 months later, Those skills paid off. He got a job offer.
The transformation was just incredible. The results speak for themselves. He went from a night security guard to a daytime accounting assistant. His salary doubled. He went from barely surviving to actually building a real career. This is what 87 days of disciplined mornings can do.
When Thomas called Mr. Chan with the good news, his mentor wasn't surprised at all. But he left him with this crucial piece of wisdom. This 5 a.m. habit isn't just a temporary strategy to get a job, it is the foundation of your new life. You don't stop once you get what you want. This is what keeps you succeeding. Okay, so Thomas's story is powerful for sure, but it's not just a story. It's a blueprint. It's proof of what's possible for anyone. So now the focus shifts from him to you. It's your turn to start building.
This is really the core of it all. Your future career, your future life. It isn't determined by luck or even talent alone. It's determined by discipline. It's about what you are willing to do in those quiet, focused hours that everyone else just wastes. That is where you find your edge.
So here it is, your challenge, and it can start tonight. Step 1, set that alarm for 5 a.m. and seriously put it across the room so you have to get out of bed to turn it off. Step 2, pick one skill, just one, and commit to learning it for the next 90 days. And step 3, make your 9 p.m. bedtime sacred. Your morning victory is decided the night before.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. The person you want to become, the career you want to have, it's waiting for you. It's right there, on the other side of that 5 a.m. alarm. So the only question left is, are you going to answer the call tomorrow morning, or are you going to hit snooze and make your future wait?